Given our powers, we can even choose to immediately do an inspection to ascertain if the ED is not in office. Honorable Salah.
Off with the three honorable colleagues. The three, because one said that we should proceed. For me, I'm not for proceeding, because it is very clear in the law. For us as per COSASE, we only know the accounting officer. That is our beginning point. The rest come later. But the beginning point is the accounting officer. Because, Honorable Chair, when the delegatee said that he has been delegated, he did not show us the approval of an appointment as an accounting officer for this committee today. Unless there is that document, maybe there I can follow my honorable colleague, Honorable Hakim. Otherwise, without that, I'm also requesting that we humbly tell them to go back, get prepared with the accounting officer or the documents that recommend them or the delegatee to be the accounting officer, and then we can proceed with the matter. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
We are interfacing that has issues when it comes to who should respond to our issues as the accounting officer. We all know that the role of appointing the accounting officer falls under the duties of the PSST in Ministry of Finance. So in this regard, the ED for KCCA has no powers whatsoever to appoint or even delegate any person within the institution to serve as the accounting officer, because this is an accountability committee, as you had earlier stated, and we are much interested to interface with the accounting officer, because the issues which were raised by the Auditor General are issues of accountability. So I'm going to add my voice, since we have already set the precedent on the other two entities by sending them back. So I will also request you, through you, Mr. Chair, that these frames of ours go reorganize. You can choose to set any other date so that they can appear before us, but with the accounting officer who has the legal instrument of serving that role. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And KCCA and all accounting officers, as to why, as Parker COSASE, for the 11th Parliament, we do not only, as for the 12th Parliament, the current Parliament, we do not only make findings and advise that the accounting officers must appear in person before our proceedings, but we also take recognition that wherever a parliamentary committee sits, Parliament has dedicated resources and efforts for Parliament to sit and transact as a committee. It cannot go as normal when you make Parliament spend in preparing such meetings, sending you invitations, and you make reckless non-appearances. And I want to call this reckless because it delegated today. We have received entities which notifies us early in time, and we have accorded them a benefit of doubt before a committee is convened to sit. In that way, it saves Parliament from spending on a sitting and registering non-appearance by the invited entity. So as we discuss and going forward, we may now consider recommending that entities which deliberately cause a parliament to spend and they fail to honor these invitations be made, or we look for those persons to be personally responsible for the cost of such expenditure that is occasioned on parliament. And that this is taxpayers' money. Because the mere fact that a person hasn't resigned the duty, you owe to take all the courtesy and caution as you transact and respond to invitations of Parliament. Unfortunately, the rules gives us High Court powers. I want to hear, firstly, from the head legal of KCCA, your understanding and appreciation of the law, and then I go to the Deputy ED.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Again, for the record, my name is Frank Rusa, Director of Legal Affairs at KCCA. My understanding of the law, Mr. Chairman, is slightly different from what you have presented, with due respect. Mr. Chairman, if you look at the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 171, Laws of Uganda, it specifies the duties of accounting officers, including accounting and audit. And among the duties, like you've rightly pointed out, under subsection 5, is that an accounting officer shall be responsible and personally accountable to Parliament for the activities of the vote. So you're right. However, if you look at 6, which follows 5, it says the accounting officer may delegate a function or responsibility of accounting officer specified in this act, including what I've just read, to a public officer under the control of that accounting officer. Mr. Chairman, it's my submission that the Deputy Executive Director is an officer under the control of accounting officer, and within the interpretation of this law and this act, in this particular section, he has the authority and mandate to represent the accounting officer. I submit.
Chair. The Public Finance Management Act, Section 43, Parts 5 and 6 that the Director of Legal Affairs has referred to are buttressed further by Section 7, the same part 7, subsection 7, which says, where an accounting officer delegates a function or responsibility under subsection 6, the accounting officer shall give such directives as may be necessary to ensure the proper exercise or performance of the function or responsibility. Honorable Chair and members, we are aware that the committee handles such important tasks of the government of the Republic of Uganda to ensure that public finances are put to the correct use. We are aware that the schedules of this committee is such heavy, and we may have opted for the option of awaiting the presence, the personal presence of the executive director, and therefore sought an adjournment. But when we looked at the invitation and understood the risk of non-appearance, which could probably put the authority at a much risky position of failing to present its case to this committee, we thought we should appear. I have been given full responsibility, and I am willing to step in with the heavy shoes. What is may have been of contention is that the letter that delegates me is of today, And I want to give assurance to the committee that when we noticed that the ED was going to be away, we actually asked that we use her e-signature to make sure that this takes place. Otherwise, she is not on station, but we have such faith that we must fall to the responsibility of accounting to the people of Kampala and the Republic of Uganda without unnecessary due pressure. Thank you.
So, Mr. Benon, you are saying Ms. Sharifa Buzeki did not physically sign, but you just used this e-signature? Because the letter is dated today, you were supposed to appear today. I don't know at what time you pressed the e-signature, but I want you to repeat and recapture it well. Let him first.
I can confirm that the letter was signed by an e-signature, and I'm very sure that you are holding an original copy of that letter. If you did observe very clearly, that is not a signed off, physical sign off, but she authorized her e-signature to be embossed.
Now, whereas we seem to appreciate the various legal provisions, but even on matters of delegation, I think we need now to interrogate as to whether the letter I read earlier, allegedly delegating the Deputy Executive Director, was actually authorized by the Executive Director, because these are matters of accountability. Yes. And with the revelation on record by the Deputy ED that it was generated using their e-signature. Now this requires a thorough interrogation of how the Executive Director and how KCCA as an entity transact to generate communication or online communications. And accordingly, we may also need to ascertain whether it was from the ED or just transcribed from the system. Now, this takes us into a lot of interpretation issues. At first, I thought she was at office and she signed it. This was my understanding because it's signed today. But for a team to be in office and say, because we have to attend, let's generate a signature on this letter.
For me, I wasn't around. Someone just played these cards to come and fit there. So it will be upon us. 2, when we stand with such a heart of the country, to have a mode of operation of that kind, in any decision we are taking now, we must be very keen. On that regard, Chair, we respect laws and everything. This is a house of records and the laws we respect. That's why you conduct business in that, on that ground.
Thank you.
The more...
Thank you, Chairman. One chair, and our guest, I'm Sewungu Joseph Gonzaga. Mr. Chairman, I want to inform the one sitting in, not yet confirmed that this committee for the ED, that even the KCCA Act, you should read it in tandem with the PFMA. The chief accounting officer of KCCA is the executive director. Mr. Chairman, this is a common practice from KCCA. The executive directors of KCCA are always brought here by duress. That's the practice, whether in session or what. And he himself, he cannot answer accountability issues of KCCA without the chief accounting officer. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, and I'm sure whenever
the clerk is writing to these people, they give them time to prepare themselves. It's not a letter that is sent in one day, you want them the following day. But here you are, they are giving their apology this morning. I think Mr. Chair must take a keen decision, serious decision. We cannot entertain, because this will be the practice.
Actually, they submitted their response on 24th August 2026.
Okay, but without the ED...
Meaning they had received the invitation earlier.
Earlier. So if they got the invitation earlier, then how does the ED fit? And what is interesting, Mr. Chairman, sometimes these people tell you that the ED is not around, you end up seeing her in Kampala with the ED car, stopping us to go through traffic jam, hooting, stopping us to access the road because they have ED cars. So I would pray that, Mr. Chair, members, if it is agreed, remove a motion that you cannot entertain KCCA without the executive director, because this will be the practice. That once you don't go, you will answer for me.
Okay.
These questions are answered by in personam.
Honorable Zahala, then Honorable Mpindi, and then your neighbor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Our dear KCCA, please, as I was still interrogating section 45 of the PFM, subsection 5, where it well stipulates that an accounting officer shall be responsible and personally accountable to Parliament for the activities of a vote, which we are yet to interrogate. Then I got another concerning issue where the deputy executive director said that they assumed they were supposed to be here, so they decided to use an e-signature. It is very disturbing, our deputy. Chair, I beg to move that given all the circumstances and the precedences set by this committee, that we are only interacting with the accounting officers, I beg to move that KCCA goes back, prepares well, and comes back with the executive director.
Honorable Mpindi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I am sorry I've come in late, but...
you started by raising up your hand?
Yes, but you will pardon me if I'm taking you where you've been.
Okay, some other...
But my thinking, Mr. Chairman, first of all, we have limited time. And the fact that with us we have the Deputy Executive Director of KCCA, and that position is in the law. If the Deputy Executive Director is on record that is representing the ED, I don't think it is not okay for us to proceed with the interrogation that we want to get, because the issue are to answer audit queries. So if the question is there and the Deputy Executive Director can respond to it to our satisfaction, then I think it is okay. If he is properly before this committee, whatever he responds to is a response of KCCA. And this deputy is not a vice.
Information.
I think I'm informed on this matter, Mr.
Honorable
Chairman.
Pindi, you've just come in. Kindly accept my information.
Maybe...
Mr. Chairman,
thank
information...
you, Chair.
Let me guide.
Mr. Chairman, information is accepted by me.
Let me guide.
So I want my sister to respect that rule.
Let me guide here. I think the challenge was Honorable Zahal accessing the microphone without of energy. That almost amounted to an interruption. And whereas information is allowable in the rules, because she accessed it before permission, Pindi conclude.
So, Mr. Chairman, you know, for you came with the strategy of meeting each and every entity. And now when we keep on sending back the entities that have come, I am afraid we may not have time to conclude. My thinking is, if we have the Deputy Executive Director and is here before us with the authority of the Executive Director, I think it is proper for us to proceed.
Thank you.
If
Haven't you summarized it?
If he answers questions and he is here before us legally, then we will take those as the response of KCCA.
Okay, let's capture Zahara's information as a committee. What was your information? Because Impindi is already off the microphone.
I wanted to inform Honorable
I've allowed her to inform the committee now.
Honorable Mpindi that given his duties as the Deputy Executive Director at KCCA, he does not have a role of the accounting officer.
So thank you. I had the, yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Waluswaka James are my names. I represent the people of Bunyole West from the mighty district of Taleja. Honorable Chair, accountability is personal to holder. I think with your guidance, Chair, usually when I come here, Chair, I like your guidance. You and your deputy, your legal counsels. But Chair, if we entertain accounting officers to delegate roles which are not delegatable, it's going to be very bad. Let the accounting officers delegate the roles of going to London, where. But here, where they are getting money, I think as